quite possibly the greatest WWE debut of all time. I know Undertaker had a great one at Survivor Series, but your debut is got to be up there as one of the greatest debuts of all time as well.
I'm partial. I think it was, but it wasn't due to me though. It was the story had been in the process of being told for months, with Paul Bearer talking about Kane and this ginormous buildup, and you have all this stuff with Kane happening and scenes for the planet, and then veer off into Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, which was a huge matchup, never been done before. And they quit talking about Kane for a couple of weeks, and everybody forgot about Kane, and then all of a sudden, bam, there's Kane. And just everything was done so well, and the execution was really well done. But I think, again, it was just because the story was so strong, the story leading up to the debut. If a masked guy walks out and rips a cell door off, big deal, right? But when the guy's Kane and he's Undertaker's long lost brother, and no one quite knows what's going on, but they know, oh my gosh, this dude's like big as the Undertaker and all this stuff, and Undertaker actually looks like, if he isn't scared, well then something weird's going on, and then he gets picked up and dropped on his head and beat with his own move. I mean, that never happens. So it was just extremely well executed on many different levels, I think.
Such a memorable, I mean, the match itself is so memorable, but that moment is just crazy memorable. And obviously Vince, that's got to be Kane. He says it a few times, but he says, that's got to be Kane. So, I mean, it's one of those things that's just etched in just memory of, especially me as a fan, just from Vince's voice and then you executing it. Were you nervous at all? Because, I mean, this is a huge spot. Plus, in the middle of the Monday Night War, in the middle of the war with WCW, your character is going to play a huge role. So it's almost like, you don't screw this up. Here you go.
Yeah, that was actually my thought. Just don't screw it up. Because especially I'm going out, the whole Hell in a Cell that was designed for Kane, right? No one could get in, no one could get out, but no one could get in. Because the real thought was Shawn's people coming down and beating Undertaker. That's no one ever thought that you'd have Kane come out and rip the cell door off. But then those guys have like this amazing match, first ever Hell in a Cell match, and the match is unbelievable. And then here I come, and yeah, my entire thing was just don't screw this up, because this is the best opportunity anyone's ever been given in history of professional wrestling.
And Dr. Tom, you're probably thinking, oh, when I got my ass handed to me from the Steiner brothers, that was a pretty good WWE debut as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't think it's on the same level, but we'll go there. Yeah, no, it was great.
You just think about like Undertaker and Kane, and obviously one of the greatest feuds. But if you look at it, it's just that era. You guys are on fire. You got Austin McMahon, which is coming right around the corner. Then your feuds. Then you got DX and the Nation. I mean, you guys are pretty spot on and pretty on fire. But of course, Undertaker and Kane always kind of were there, either at the top of the card, whether you're winning the WWF title from Austin or, tagging with Undertaker. So many memorable moments for sure. And I'll never forget when you won the world title, because I was absolutely shocked that you beat my man, Stone Cold Steve Austin, that night.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at the Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Hannibal TV.